views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Open, the show that brings the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and got another great show lined up for you today. Coming up on today's show, we'll sit down with a woman using fashion as an outlet to raise autism awareness and send a message to believe in yourself. Plus, we'll check out a learning academy with the goal to keep youth engaged and involved through the summer. You know how tough that can be, right? But it's going to happen, and we're going to do it. After that, grandparents around the world celebrates their 13th annual ball, and we'll preview this night of different generations coming together to celebrate each other. It's an important thing. Then my man Bobby C has the latest in the headlines in the world of sports. And then later on, trainer Larry Hamilton, he's over there doing jumping jacks and sit-ups and all that stuff. He's getting ready right now. He's going to take you to it and take you through it. Got some fitness stuff coming up. He's going to tell you what to fluff up with. So stay tuned. All this and more is headed your way. We're open. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Doc Bob Lee, and you're watching Open, the live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, on May the 18th, the annual Grandparents Around the World Gala will take place. I've been there. I've seen what they've done, and they continue to do it. It recognizes grandparents for their work in our community over the years. And joining us with a preview, we have CEO Yvonne Gillard Randolph and GATW Community Liaison Priscilla Cromwell. We welcome you guys to the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are no stranger to the show. You've been here. Tell us more about the Grandparents Around the World Gala.
Well, we're excited. It's our 13th annual Grandparents Ball, and I'm telling you, indeed, it's amazing over the years as what it's come to be, and I'm truly, truly grateful. And just to bring in different community to really see what it feels like. And I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Yeah, we just celebrated Mother's Day, and we can, I keep saying, Mother's Day is every day because it's so important.
It truly is.
And then the grandparents come in, and here we are.
Here we are.
And you said you've been doing it for about 13 years?
13 years now. We started out at the Salvation Army, and we had this idea to bring horses and carriages for grandparents from 110th Street.
See?
And I mean, we just know how to do the thing, and they're worth every minute of it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful time, and we need that, and it's healing also at the same time.
How did you guys come together?
How did we come together?
Well, I was invited to one of the incredible ball events by one of the honorees, and that's when I got introduced to the excitement and the care and the details of every decoration and every plate setting and the program and the excitement of parents and grandparents too. As well, being recognized for what they've done.
I hosted a few back in the day.
Yes, it was exciting. Yes,
maybe 6, 7, 8 years
ago. About 7 years ago, we were at Andrew Friedman Mansion.
Right, are you still doing it there?
No, we at Maestro actually.
Oh, okay.
We moved to Maestro.
Okay.
As of last year.
That's good. Okay. So
this is our second year at Maestro.
Right. What can we expect this year?
Come and see.
Uh-oh. Just bam, we can't tell you. Come and see.
I'm telling you, come and see. It's amazing. We bring in grandparents from all over, not only New York City, from outside New York also. And different ethnic group comes in and they hang out with us, and we just have a great time. We'll have 2 ballrooms this year. We will also have all kinds of entertainment. We have someone coming from Japan that's going to gracefully serenade us with some music. So it's.
Are you
it's pretty
singing this
good.
time around?
No, I'm not. I'm going to be working with the MC and entertainment in the vendors room, the room outside of the grand room.
Oh, okay. You're keeping it tight, keeping it together.
Keep people excited about moving around, because sometime after they finish the buffet, now it's something else to do to go to the next
And you know,
room.
some people think that, you know, when grandparents get together or older people get together, that they don't party. What?
Really?
Not from what I've seen.
Really?
That's right.
Remember the cha-cha?
Yeah.
Oh, still
So
amazing.
you'll be doing the cha-cha, the boogaloo. You can bring it on up.
We're going to bring it on up, yes. We have 2 DJs. We have one in the main ballroom. We have one in the vendor room. And some great entertainment, young and old. And very excited. And the fashion on the red carpet this year.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
Take your pictures on the red carpet.
That's
Got the fashion
right.
coming through. Any elected officials supporting you? or
We
coming
do
through?
have many, and I'm not going to call names, but you know, I know Mr. Andy King will be there because his wife is being honored.
You watch the way Andy dresses when he comes
Oh.
in. And you know, you see, she laughs.
He is the fashion
He's
on
a
the
fashion
red,
statement.
red carpet.
Yeah, right.
But most of them, Department of Aging, AARP, Botanical Garden, all these people just supported it. It's really great.
Well,
Bronx
13
Museum.
years in,
Yeah.
that's
great.
not bad. You're
Yeah.
doing something right. What made you want to get involved in highlighting the grandparents?
Well, one thing I was very much interested in was the mission, which is bridging the gap between grandparents and
And the young
youth
people.
and
Yeah.
young people, because some grandparents at that point, I had learned, were raising grandchildren.
Of course.
And some of them, you know, the great-grands were coming in. And then, so what do you do when they all age out? The grandparents now can get together and have their grandparents'
Yeah.
stories and their mother's stories. We even have an interesting developing forum that meets every month. And we don't take time off. We meet all 12 months, once the second Thursday in every month.
What can youngsters learn from the grandparents and vice versa?
Well, I feel that they learn that we're actively involved in living, and that being a part of raising them was part of our lives. But the other part was keeping ourselves healthy, because we have health forums. We have all kinds of speakers that come. I really love the forum. And we have fun. We even had an Easter parade in
Easter
April.
parade hats.
Everybody had hats, and we had the men to judge the ladies in the hats. It was really great.
And what can the elderly or grandparents learn from the younger people?
Well,
the
see,
younger
that's
generation?
what happens in July. We actually have the day camps that come, and we have a chance for us to interact with them and provide the franks and the French fries, the fun food, the snack food for the children, and they in turn, they entertain us. And one time we had a
So you learn the new dances and then you learn
well,
the
we
new
had a
lingo. and
competition
everything.
one time
Oh, yeah.
where they were doing the Michael Jackson
Motown.
productions, Motown,
Yes.
and then we did the grandparents' Motown version,
Uh-huh.
and it was really a lot of fun. We just encourage people to enjoy this process called life and living, you know?
Right.
And the forum is the place.
You think they know anything about Bobby socks and DAs and all that stuff?
Well, we came in September dressed for back to school.
Back to
That's
school,
our back to
yes.
school
Yeah?
dress.
Oh, really?
All back to school.
Yes, we come in our graduating caps. One person wore a cheerleading outfit that they had in high
Yes,
school.
fun, fun.
Yeah.
Right. And we
So-
had the writers' circle now.
Writers workshop.
Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Bronco
Last year, actually, we went into a workshop where we brought in 8 seniors, and we just asked the question, would you like to tell your story? And what came out of that workshop, it was amazing. We now had 7 pieces that we can go to different places and do professional readings. And it's amazing. We read one last month,
Right.
and excited. Oh my God, this is a great time.
Yeah.
You know, to hear their story and really know where they started and where they're at now with it. And we will start back again this summer with another segment of that.
So grandparents around the world are doing things all year round.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
we're up
busy.
to like, what, 500 over
members.
500 members
Wow,
active. And we're doing some traveling now.
Yes.
And it's really great. We partner with the War Production and Theater, and they actually came and sent 2 buses, 56 passenger, picked us up and took us to Brooklyn to see this play on Friday. So, you know, we're really understanding the importance of staying healthy and vital and participating and still be a
making a great impact in our community too.
Yes,
and
as good
people
as
will learn a lot.
recognize.
So what do you have here?
Well, this is sort of what I think is major. Again,
Is that the same date we were talking about
this
at
is
Maestro's? Or
no,
that's something
this
else?
This is something else.
Okay.
Maestro is this coming Saturday, May 18th,
Yes.
from 12 to 6 p.m.
That's at Maestro's right off of, what is that?
It's
Morris
at
Park Avenue,
Morris Park,
Yeah,
Bronxdale,
All right.
1703. Bronxdale.
1703 Bronxdale.
And of course, we got music, we got food, we got entertainment.
And plenty of food,
Entertainment,
because you get
plenty of
food for the buffet and the sit-down dinner.
And are you raising money?
It's a fundraiser, yes.
It's a fundraiser,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. This is our biggest fundraiser.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I have an extra camera for you. I'm going to just point you over to this camera right here and ask for what you want.
Well, we would like people to come out and experience this event. This is our 13th annual event, and come out and see, you know, get firsthand in terms of what we're trying to bring to the community, what is already in the community, because it's here already, and to be part of it. And, you know, we open to all people. We just believe that if we all come together and we talk about people coming together, but what are we doing about it? And we are doing something about it, and we'll be doing something about it on May 18th. So come out, show us some love, and bring what you have. We're not looking for anything special, but for people to come in and grace us with their love.
And you don't have to be a grandparent.
And you don't have to be. Some of our grandparents, my grandkids are members. So you don't have to be a grandparent, because we all are doing something to make a difference in society.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by. And is it up on the website anywhere?
It is up on our website, and our website is www.gatw.org.
Say it again.
www.gatw.org.
And Helen said it again, too. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Give them a big round of applause, everybody. Everett Gillard Randolph, playwright, theater producer, lyricist, and she's also the founder and CEO of Grandparents Around the World, and Drusilla Cromwell, Grandparents Around the World Community Liaison. Thank you guys so much for bringing it all together, bringing the young with the old, and we really, really appreciate you. Sit tight for a hot second. We got to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Hi, I'm David Lesh, legal correspondent to the morning show Open. If you have a legal question that you'd like me to answer, please send me an email at davidlesh@bronxnet.org, and I will address it on our Ask Your Lawyer segment.
Behold the angry giant. Behold the angry giant. Behold the angry giant. Behold the angry giant. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
And welcome back. Hey, how are you? How you feeling? Hey. Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and today, check this out. Bronx Women's Bar Association, they held a day with the goal to never forget field. The field with stories and education. It's a story filled with stories and education. Check it out. Arlene Makoko has a story.
This is a story of unspeakable tragedy.
For many, many years, when I came to this country in 1950, they were asking me to make the testimony, and I didn't want to go because it opens on my bleeding heart.
In barns, fields, and forests at the age of 14 and surrendered to the Nazi forces at 16. Today at 92, Anna Helen Pollock is a mother and grandmother working through memories that remain vivid.
I charge each one of us here today with relaying the account of Ms. Pollock to at least one person who's not here today.
By the Bronx Women's Bar Association to speak at the 9th annual Holocaust Remembrance at the Bronx Hall of Justice, she shared details of her life in Sambor, a ghetto established by the Germans in the Ukraine bordering Poland at a time when anti-Semitism during World War II had reached its peak.
We were 4 Jewish girls in the class, and that morning when I came to the class, the teacher, she was a big anti-Semite, get out and don't come back.
That tone continued to grow, says her son, Martin Pollock, who shared this point in history.
In April 1943, there was a mass action. 1,200 Jews were taken out of the ghetto and marched to the cemetery. All the Ukrainian and Polish citizens came out into the streets yelling, "Good for you Jews, you should all go to your death."
Immediate family of 5 would split with plans to reconvene. She shared her final moments with her mother, who made arrangements for her to stay with a Ukrainian family for 3 days.
And she said, "Don't kiss me." This was like Tuesday. She said, "Don't kiss me, I'm going to say goodbye because Friday we're going to come there." So came Friday, she never arrived.
She later learned her mother was beaten into a grave. Her sister survived by jumping from a truck headed to a cemetery. And her brother, seen here, was beaten to death for failing to disclose the location of 16 people he was hiding.
It pains me, but it is good for the public to hear it, particularly in this very terrible time of outright anti-Semitism.
Referring to the recent deadly shooting at Congregation Shabbat in Poway, California, Veronica Mandel, a Bronx attorney and member of the Bronx Women's Bar Association, shared the lecture hit close to home.
Sadly, unfortunately, because of my background, my mother was a survivor of Auschwitz and Dachau.
An attorney, Richard Solomon, comes to the annual events and remains stunned at what he hears, so much so that he filmed a documentary on a past speaker, Solomon Kofinas, who survived the occupation of Athens, Greece, as a child.
I think the common thread is that all these people have tremendous bottled up suffering, stories of survival, but at an incredible cost.
I was very fascinated and I felt bad because nobody should have to go through that much pain.
Playing on a violin featured in the Oscar-nominated film Joe's Violin, once owned by Joe Feingold, a Holocaust survivor who spoke last year about purchasing the instrument from a displaced persons camp in 1947 and donating it recently to the Bronx Global Learning Institute for Girls, where Amanda Moreno attends. Moreno called it an honor to keep his memory alive. Coco Tanaka Suwan is the school's musical director.
We think it's very important just for our young people to hear firsthand about what these survivors have endured and gone through.
She did make it through, a survivor who managed to stay alive despite the odds against her, hiding in swamps and bushes and anywhere where she could lay her head. She would finally drum up the courage to visit her uncle's farm occupied by the Nazis. He took her to a neighboring village and paid someone to take her to a labor camp where the atrocities would continue and where they waited for the Russians to liberate them. That would not happen, as 3 groups of 800 were sent to Auschwitz. Once silent, she now wants the world to hear her story.
And I realize how important it is to leave it to the children, my children, your children, to know what really happened.
For BronxNet, Arlene Makoko.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, how are you? How you feeling? Thank you, Arlene. Our next guest is an entrepreneur and trainer. Yeah, he's in the ring. He's doing push-ups and sit-ups and all of the things necessary to keep body in shape, mind, body, and spirit. And he joins us today for a look at his upcoming event, and it's going to take place in
LA Transformations.
LA Transformations.
Yeah.
There's a fitness versus fluff. Tell us about it.
Oh,
Larry
man.
Hamilton is in the house, y'all.
It's great to be. I haven't been on this side of the table yet, but this is great. Usually I'm doing the fitness stuff, working out. Today we're going to do some myth busting on Monday.
Myth busting?
Yeah. So you're going to think about it as fitness or fluff. Now, there's a lot of stuff out there to get fitness advice on social media, internet. So you're getting your advice. Is this true advice or is it a myth? So I came up with this fun game, fitness or fluff, just to help people kind of navigate their fitness journey confusion-free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to get started and play, I'll do the first card and then you can start playing along with me.
She's gonna play along with you. I'll watch.
we're gonna rock out. Don't worry, there's no exercise, but I did bring something if you wanted to chime in. You know,
I'm not afraid of your exercise. Let's get out over here.
All right. So once again, so fitness and fluff. These are my top 10 questions I get from my FitFam and LH Transformations, or I got them from the internet. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna chime in right now. The number of meals you eat do not affect your metabolism. So do you think that's true fitness or myth fluff? All right.
I think that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's fitness. All right. So it doesn't affect your metabolism. What affects your metabolism is how many calories you consume throughout the day. All right. Let's dive in a little more. You should stop drinking coffee. Do you drink coffee?
Depends on who you are. I drink a little bit of coffee, but for some people, yes.
I drink coffee myself in the morning, but it doesn't matter. It's fluff.
Fluff.
It's what people are putting into their coffee. It's the additive. It's the mocha chocolate, the sugary stuff. That stuff, don't put that in your coffee at all. All right, we're having fun. We're rocking out. So the
it's
next
like having
one,
a big salad and you're hooking it up with all kinds of stuff, and you.
Yeah, it's the additives that really putting on the calories for people. Right. So this one right here, stop eating past 8 p.m. It's gonna make you gain weight. I get that a lot. Is this true?
That's true.
Yeah.
Because you're eating and then you're gonna go to bed on it. Usually eat so you can fuel the body. Like you put gas in your car so it can go.
All right.
And put gas in your car to sit it.
Fuel in the fitness.
Yeah.
I got something for you. I consider it a fluff.
Really?
Only because it doesn't matter what time you eat. My focus for people is the calories you're consuming throughout the day. That's why it's a fluff. Okay. If you're consuming, let's say you're consuming under something called your resting metabolic rate. As many calories you burn throughout the day, that's your resting metabolic rate.
Yeah.
If you consume that and you're underneath your resting metabolic rate, you can eat past 8 p.m.
Yeah, but that's a tricky one, though.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
Tricky. All right, we're going along with it. Have you heard of the keto diet?
Yes.
All right. So the keto diet is the best. These are statements. The keto diet is the best way to burn stubborn body fat. What do you think?
Well, you're a trainer. You're going to say, no, let's work it out. Let's work it off.
I'm here to trick you today. It is both. It's fitness and fluff. Now, diets in general have to work for the specific person.
Right.
Now, if you're doing keto diet and it works for you, great. If it doesn't work, probably that's not the best diet for you. There are 3 types of body types out there. Find a diet for your body type. Next one, we're moving along. This is for the ladies. Ladies, you should add weight training to your workout regimen. Is this fitness or fluff? Is this true or myth? It is true. You should be lifting a little bit of weights in the gym. Also, you should be mixing in a little bit of cardiovascular too.
Yeah.
It's a trick question. But as we get older, even men too, as we get older, our bones start to decay and you want to prevent osteoporosis. So adding some strength training to your
build up some muscle around
build
the
that
bone.
muscle,
Yeah.
help out with your posture, good stuff like that. Okay, here's what I get a lot. If you did not sweat during your workout, it means you didn't push yourself hard enough. Is that fitness or fluff?
Some people don't sweat as much, but yeah.
Right?
It could be a little bit of both.
Fluff. So look, I have...
You want to sweat, though, because you get toxins out of your system.
Absolutely. You want to sweat. You want to feel it. But sweat is simply a cooling agent for the body. It just regulates your body temperature. I sweat a lot. You don't want to work out next to me when I work out. It's a mess. Some people don't sweat. It's about how active you are. That's all it really is, okay?
Like MCing next to Carl Carlton, they got to sing, "It's a bad mama jama." With the Jerry curls. If you did like that, you got wet.
Oh, yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're cruising. We're cruising. I'm like thinking, like, I know that one.
You do?
All right. Doing cardiovascular exercise is the best way to burn calories and to shred fat. Cardiovascular activity, running, Zumba, dancing, stuff like that. Fitness or fluff,
That's
I
a major
consider
way.
it fluff.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it's a mixture of both. You got to mix in your resistance training if you're looking to build that lean, clean muscle.
Yeah.
Cardiovascular activity is great for the heart though, so definitely mix it in there. But if you're looking to burn fat in the right places, you got to lift those weights. All right. This is to everyone here, even at home chiming in. The best way to get a flat stomach is ... Fitness or fluff. Is there a best way at all? I think it's both.
Yeah, you have to eat right. Don't eat after 8 o'clock.
We're gonna have to debate on that. So look, it depends on your body type. A lot of the times it is genetics too. But most of the time when it comes to getting a flat stomach, it is nutrition. And as we just said, nutrition is based on your body type. So it depends if that's for your body, awesome. Is there a best way? No. Find something that's good for you. Find a good workout for you to get that flat stomach, but be consistent. All right. I posted this last night on my social media. I got some good people chiming in. It was a fun thread. If you're not sore, not being sore after workout means you didn't push yourself hard enough.
If you're just starting out, yeah, you're gonna be sore. But
Yeah.
if you're in it,
Yeah.
you know, you're gonna feel good. You're not gonna feel as sore as you did the first time,
Right, Bob.
first few times.
That's fluff. That's a myth. You don't necessarily need to be sore. My clients, I don't want them to be sore. I want them to work out the recommended of 3 days a week. If you're too sore, you can't work out.
And you're absolutely right. There was this guy trying out for Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
And I was working out with him. He says, no, come on, 10 more. And I'm like, we're lifting weights.
Right.
And I was into boxing and all that stuff, football, but I never really lifted weights. I was using my own body. But he said, come on, 10 more. The next day I couldn't straighten out my arms. I was like,
beat up.
And I couldn't come in and work out.
Right.
So it stopped me right there.
Right. So it depends, on your body. I recommend people working out 3 days a week, 30 minutes at a clip.
Sore.
30 minutes, you're good.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. This is my top 10 one right here.
Uh-oh.
Ending your day in a caloric deficit, meaning eating below your resting metabolic rate, eating below those amount of calories, is the best way to lose stubborn body fat.
That could be true.
True. It's fitness. So that's it. If you're eating below your resting metabolic rate, meaning you know the numbers that you're burning. We do this at LA Transformations.
Yeah.
Our members come in, we do a fitness assessment with them, and we tell them if you eat below this number, you essentially will achieve your goal.
Yeah.
If you don't, depending on your goal, you can gain muscle. I have a bonus one.
Uh-oh.
I have a bonus. One more.
Here's the bonus.
Working out at LA Transformations Fit Fam will transform your life through fitness. Of
100% true.
Come join the Fit Fam. I want to invite you all. We have a free nutritional workshop. We're going to play some more games this Friday, May 17th at 7:30. We're just going to master your fitness journey. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Nutritional workshop.
And I like
Master
that
your
too.
fitness journey.
You don't just have people come in and work them out. You talk to them about nutrition. That's so important.
So important. It's wellness.
And
you gotta have
sleep.
everything.
And water. And all of those things.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. That was fun, right?
That's fun. So when are we working out?
Oh, I want to work out with you. Let's do it.
Look, she's laughing over there. Are you coming? Everybody, you guys ready? You're gonna drop the cameras and come? All right, so you have a little crew. We're going to come down and work out.
Absolutely.
Mike
I would love to
Nobby,
have
he's
you
on
guys.
it 100%.
Mike
I know.
Nobby's a beast.
He's a beast,
He
right?
runs,
I
he
just
does
saw him running.
everything.
He had that face on him, that look. I said, oh my God, look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to work out with him.
I think
yeah.
he put it up on Twitter or something like that. Look at her. Look, she's dancing in the background. So where can we find more information on you?
So more information, you can simply email me at larry@lhtransformations.com. That is my email address. I'll get right back to you. If you're looking for the class schedule, you can go to www.lhtransformations.com for more information about our fitness studio. But I would love to host you guys and come check out our fitness workshop, Mastering Your Fitness Journey, this Friday.
We're all coming down to sweat.
Yes.
And some of us are going to be sore because we're just getting back into it.
And this time when we play fitness or fluff, we'll incorporate the game. So if you get one wrong, you got to do an exercise that's on this.
There you go. All right. That sounds good. Look at that.
Yeah.
So you got 10 jumping jacks, 10 frog jumps, 15 over there. You got
I got a little bit of everything.
10 mountain
Running.
climbs. What?
We have other ones. We got my favorite. We got burpees in the mix.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
25 crunches and the whole 9. Got your squats. We'll hook you up. You'll be like, New York Giants will sign you up.
Oh yeah, give me credit, please. Give me
Thank
some
you
tickets.
so much. All right. So give him a big round of applause, everybody. Larry Hamilton, CPT. What's NASM?
That's I'm a certified personal trainer, so you're in good hands.
Founder, LH Transformations, to transform your body, mind, your whole system.
Oh, yeah.
Mind, body, and spirit.
Transforming lives through exercise.
That's it. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a quick break, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
I'm only 17, but I know about investing. Believe in something, buy shares in it, watch it grow. So, what if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. I could be one of the first college graduates from my family, the first philanthropist from my neighborhood. And if I'm the first, then maybe there's a second and a third. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
And welcome back. Hey, you know, on June the 8th, D.E.B's Learning Academy is going to be holding their open house for their Summer Summit, which will begin on July 1st. So get ready, get ready. Joining us with all the details, we have Director of D.E.B's Learning Academy, D.E.B's Learning Academy, and the co-founder, Delivering Destiny, right?
Keisha Kenley.
Keisha?
Yes. And Dahalia Beckett.
And what's that, delivering? What are you delivering?
Delivering Destiny. So
That's what it's called, Delivering Destiny?
Yes.
All right.
So we
Dahalia Beacon and Keisha Kenley. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So tell us about it.
Okay.
Start with Delivering Destiny.
We'll start with Delivering Destiny.
Okay. Delivering Destiny. Yeah, I want to know about that. Tell me.
So that was an idea that we came up with, covering from what D.E.Bs have been doing in the Bronx, and D.E.Bs, which stands for Dedicated to the Education Business. We focused on ways of how we can reduce school dropout, increase increased.
So you know how those who are below the
grade average
economic level, they get help with financial aid and all
that.
Okay. And then we have those who can afford to do education on their own, and then we have those students who fall right in the middle. So they're above the threshold of getting financial aid, but they are not quite where they can afford school on their own, college on their own.
So this is where you guys come in.
So this is where we come in. So we have students who are academically inclined, academically gifted, but they don't have the necessary means to get them to, and the opportunities to get them into college.
Yeah,
So we take those students and we train them, we give them the opportunities, we give them the resources and propel them into some of the very best colleges. And that's where D.E.B's Learning Academy comes into play.
Yeah.
So our focus in the Bronx is primarily to reduce or to increase reading level and math.
Oh, okay.
If you can't read...
Bring it to the next grade. Make the grade.
Make the grade.
Starting very young.
If you can't read, it's very hard for you to understand mathematical concepts. So our focus in our after-school program is to increase reading level and math scores. Now, we know the statistics when it comes to summer. In the Bronx, primarily, when students go back to school in September, they reduce their reading scores by 2 levels.
Because they're not keeping up with the reading
Because they're
throughout
not
the summer.
keeping up with the reading throughout the summer. So we have, and we're launching this year, our summer camp, which is a spin-off from our after-school program, where reading and math is our primary goal.
So how do you keep them reading throughout the summer so they can be up to par?
Well, one of the things we try to do is integrate the things that they love. And so we try to make it fun so they don't realize that they're actually learning, and all the projects that they do are connected. So if they're doing, we do a lot of STEM activities as well. And if they do even a field trip is connected to the reading, which is connected to the math, everything is connected. So it's integrated learning, and they don't realize that they're actually reading and learning, but they're having fun doing it.
D.E.B's Learning Academy, keeping you connected, keeping you connected.
Yes.
You gonna start using that? I'll just threw it out there, I don't know. Keeping you connected.
We just start cultivating, and I know we mentioned college, but we start very young because the college trajectory starts from younger ages, not which most focus.
About that.
Right, most people focus when they get to high school, and at that time it's a little too late. So keeping them college-minded as young as possible is where it starts.
I like that. I like that. All right, so tell us about the Summer Summit.
Okay, so we are launching our Summer Summit this year, and primarily it is all about the summer, reading and math.
Reading and math.
So our summer camp or Summer Summit is theme-based. So each week they focus on a different theme. So say, for example, we're doing art around the world. They will read about the artists. They will see, we have an art teacher who will come in, who will look at the strategies and the things that the artists use, and then they'll go on a field trip to a museum that they will actually see what they've been reading about all week. So it's taking the concrete, the abstract, and making it concrete. So they see in actuality what they have been reading about.
They can feel, touch,
so they
smell,
can feel,
hear.
they can touch, they can say it.
Yeah.
And we have seen in our after-school program, we have seen the importance of doing that. We have seen their reading scores go up. Usually kids come to us right after their first marking period, where teachers are saying, listen, they're struggling, they might be up for repeating. They come to us, we work with them, and
so do you work with the schools? Do you work with parents also?
We work with parents, we work with a few schools, and they come to us, teachers.
Are you an after-school program?
We have an after-school program, so we're extending that into the summer. So on the 8th of June, right, we'll be having our open house, and we are going to be doing it in the form of a block party.
Oh, where's that going to be?
It's going to be at 921 East 228th Street, and that's the high school ASC, Academy for Scholarship and Entrepreneurship. That's where the summer camp is going to be hosted this year. So we're going to be doing it in the form of a block party where we're going to simulate the actual camp.
Oh, look at you.
So when they come, everything that we do in the camp, parents are going to get a feel of that. So they'll see that, it's not the typical summer camp where kids just come and play and go on a lot of field trips, but they're going to be actually learning at the same time.
Watch out.
Yes.
Where are you from? You got the accent.
I'm from Jamaica.
Yeah, woman. You too?
So am I.
All right. Thank you guys so much for stopping by, okay?
Thank you so very
much.
much for
Is there a
having
website
us.
number people can
The
go to?
website is there. So we don't have a website up right now, but you can go to our Facebook page, which is D.E.B's Learning Academy, and you'll see all the information there.
And it's still morning time, so we can go get some ackee and saltfish after this one.
Yes, you can.
Your treat.
Okay, you got it. All right, we'll take a quick break right here. Bobby C has a sports roundup and a whole lot more next.
If you want to stay in the know about the latest happenings en español, check out Diálogo Abierto, BronxNet's own Spanish show, Wednesdays 6:30 p.m. on Channel 67. The latest in news, arts, culture, politics, and what's going on in your neighborhood. Diálogo Abierto, the best way to stay connected in Spanish. See you there. Te esperamos.
We begin our look at sports in Indianapolis. Our BronxNet cameras traveled to Indy for the IndyCar Grand Prix Saturday. Simon Pagenaud spoiled Scott Dixon's near-perfect day with an exciting pass on the second-to-last lap in the final turns. Pagenaud fought his way through the field after the rain came, picking up his third career IndyCar Grand Prix victory. Here's more. Check this out.
Which is up from last year, but this will be the highlight for this year.
The rain artist, Simon Pagenaud, slipped past Scott Dixon Saturday in a thrilling finish at the IndyCar Grand Prix. Pagenaud and his crew pitted under caution with 22 laps remaining at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The decision dropped Pagenaud and the number 22 Penske Chevy back to 6th place, but Pagenaud used the newfound grip and his skill at racing in the rain to pass 5 drivers, including Dixon, for the lead on the final lap to win the 6th annual NTT IndyCar Series event on the IMS road course for a third time. Heading into the final lap of the race, Dixon was in position to take the points lead over Joseph Newgarden and Alexander Rossi. However, when Pagenaud passed Dixon for the win, Newgarden kept his points lead in the championship heading into the Indianapolis 500. Dixon now slots himself into second in the point standings, while Long Beach winner Rossi falls to third after finishing 22nd on Saturday. The Indy 500 is next. It's 2 weeks away. I absolutely cannot wait. Brad Keselowski headed to victory lane, capturing the checkered flag Saturday night and dedicating the win to his friend and mentor, Mike Mittler. Mittler lost his battle with cancer recently. Nice win for Brad in Kansas. The series heads to Charlotte for the All-Star race next Saturday night. In Formula One, it was not the cleanest weekend for Lewis Hamilton. In fact, he has not been the cleanest all season. He was uncomfortable in the car at Barcelona and struggled with the tires in qualifying once again, which meant he was beaten to pole by teammate Valtteri Bottas for the third time in a row. And yet he leaves the first European race of the season with another victory, his third of the season, and the championship lead. Hamilton won the Spanish Grand Prix. It was a commanding performance in the race, the Briton snatching the lead at the start, and from there, he never looked back. Mercedes also went 1-2 again. That's the story in F1. The only walk-off Game 7 winner in NBA history belongs to Kawhi Leonard. Is he really going to leave Toronto after the greatest moment in Raptors history? July will be July, but in May, Leonard is the king of Toronto. Sunday night and Toronto's biggest moment this season, tie game, 4.2 seconds left. Leonard delivered a rattling game winner that sunk Philly and made Joel Embiid cry. What a shot, what a game. That was sick, Bob. Did you see that? Unbelievable. The Raptors advance to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bucks starting Wednesday night in Milwaukee. I'll take the Bucks. Out west, it will be Portland and Golden State. Told you about the Warriors. They took care of Houston in 6. Meanwhile, the Trailblazers needed another 7-game thriller to dispose of Denver. Sunday's Game 7 between Portland and the Nuggets was not a pretty one. The Nuggets, who had relied on Portland's inability to hit a jumper for the entirety of the first quarter, never were able to capitalize on an early 17-point lead. Slowly but surely, it dribbled away for the number 2 seed in the Western Conference playoffs until the Blazers crept back into the game. By halftime, Portland had cut the gap to just 9 points. C.J. McCollum would play hero in the second half, and down the stretch, he scored a total of 37 points on 17 of 29 shooting to go with 9 rebounds. Final score, Portland 100, Denver 96, with Portland officially headed to the Western Conference Finals, where they will meet the inevitable Golden State Warriors. That means one thing is certain for a family based in North Carolina: a split household. For the first time in their careers, brothers Steph and Seth Curry will face off in a playoff series. It's also the first time any set of brothers have ever met in an NBA conference final, according to the Elias Sports Bureau. Fun factoid there. On the baseball diamond, the Bronx Bombers beat the Tampa Rays 7-1 Sunday to take 2 of 3 from the American League East leaders. Masahiro Tanaka outpitched reigning Cy Young Award winner Blake Snell. Tyro Estrada homer just after play resumed following a 9th-inning power outage, and the scrappy Pinstripers, ravaged by injuries, keep motoring on with a AAA All-Star cast. New York closed back within 1/2 game of the Rays despite 16 players, yes, 16, going on the injured list. The Yankees are 24-16, just 4 wins fewer than after 40 games last year. Yanks are back home tonight. They welcome Baltimore to the stadium. Jonathan Loizaga will go against Baltimore's David Hess. The Mets had Sunday's matchup with Miami and Flushing postponed by inclement weather. That series should have been played in Miami, as I noted on Friday. Mets are 19-20 and will be in Washington tonight to face the Nationals. All it does is rain here in New York, folks. Rain, rain, rain. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. We begin on the NHL playoff ice. The Boston Bruins have dominated the first 2 games of their series with Carolina. The Bruins defeated the Hurricanes 6-2 on Mother's Day to take a commanding 2-0 series lead. Game 3 is Tuesday night at 8 p.m. St. Louis and San Jose will play Game 2 tonight at 8. The Sharks won Game 1 6-3. In the NBA, the LA Lakers and LeBron James have a new head coach. Frank Vogel has agreed to a 3-year deal to become the next coach of the Lakers. Vogel met with Lakers management Thursday, and talks escalated quickly toward an offer Saturday to end the franchise's tumultuous coaching process with his hiring. The Lakers completed the deal Saturday afternoon with Vogel's agent Lonnie Cooper, who also represents LA Clippers coach Doc Rivers. Jason Kidd has also agreed to a deal to become a prominent assistant coach on Vogel's staff, league sources said. Interesting move there. I would expect Kidd to coach the LA Lakers at some point in the next 3 years. Sources are also saying that the Lakers will target Anthony Davis and either Kyrie Irving or Bronx boy Kemba Walker to pair with King James. In the MLS, the Red Bulls will face Atlanta FC on Sunday, May 19th. That's their next matchup. NYCFC will return to action on Saturday, May 25th, when the team plays Chicago. Manchester City were crowned the 2018-19 Premier League champions on Sunday. They retain their crown as the champs of England in a 4-1 win. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for some way too early MLB projections. You have to give, this feisty group of Yanks some credit for holding their own and then some while the Stars are sidelined. Updated projections indicate the Yanks are going to win 95 games. They would finish 95-67 and fare better than any other team in the division record-wise. The projected AL East champs have an 83% chance of making the postseason, with a 48% chance at the moment of winning the division. Numbers indicate that their World Series chances are only 12%, though. What it means right now, the Yankees are projected to finish as baseball's 3rd best team, trailing only the LA Dodgers and the Houston Astros. Considering the injuries that threaten to derail this season, the Yankees look like a team that banked enough wins to become a near postseason lock in mid-May. I'm pretty sure we can sign up for that at this point. Yanks need to get healthy and start figuring things out for October, well before the season ends. They have a strong shot to win it all, folks. There's plenty of depth and talent on this team. Kudos to manager Aaron Boone and the reserves for keeping the Yankees in it. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Stay tuned. More Open back after this.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it.
And welcome back. On May the 19th, Champs for Autism will hold their I Believe in Me children's fashion show to benefit the mall at Bay Plaza. Now, joining us with all the details and the preview, we have founder Stephanie Ado Zuniga. Well, welcome you to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Everything correct? Now, wait a minute. You're Army person, right?
Yes, I was an Army veteran, in for 8 years.
Thank you for your service. We appreciate you. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
So tell us about what you're doing right now.
So Champs for Autism is founded on 3 principles, which is education, recreation, and advocacy. So we really focus on individuals and families of individuals with autism, ensuring that they are well-rounded and have access to everything that they want and need within their life. So with our fashion show, it's just really a platform to empower children with and without autism.
Yeah. So you said, you know what? There's a need for this in the community.
There is.
I'm gonna do it. I need,
Absolutely.
I need your help.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because I'm a mom of 3. My oldest child had a diagnosis of autism from 18 months, and I noticed that there were a lot of recreational programs, but everything is separated. So I would have to take him to one and my other 2 to a different one. And for families that are blended, like myself, that might have children on the spectrum and children that are typically developing, we need more inclusive environments of everybody.
Yeah.
So this is the reason why this platform was birthed, so that everybody, families, you know, children with autism, they're able to come and interact with their peers, whether they have a disability or not.
Yeah, and when we're going through it, we don't know what it is on the spectrum. We didn't even know anything about a spectrum.
Right.
When you got into it, how did you notice something was different?
Well, for me, I was kind of blessed where I had worked with the mentally disabled population for quite a while, and I had a cousin on the spectrum. So when my son was developing and I noticed that he wasn't speaking, like he hit all of his milestones when it came to walking, you know, crawling, those different things, but when it came to speaking, he wasn't speaking. No. So when I went to the doctor, I went to the doctor actually multiple times, and they tell you, oh, he's a boy, because you hear that boys talk slower than girls. They would say, he's a boy, you know, just give him time. But for myself, because I knew so much about it, I sent the referral out myself, and that's when I got the diagnosis from the psychologist that he had autism.
All right. So what do you want people to know today watching us?
Well, what I want them to know is, number one, that autism is a big, wide spectrum. And if you meet one person with autism, then you have met only one person with autism. You have people that have that are on the lower end of the spectrum, which is severe, and on a higher end of the spectrum, which can generally, you know, where they have different social cues that they cannot perform, you know. But everybody on the spectrum has the opportunity and should have the chance to be able to do the things that they need to do in life.
Yeah, and I see it says here that you're a serial entrepreneur.
Yes.
Explain that.
So I kind of done a little bit of everything.
A little bit of
yeah, before I opened up my nonprofit, I had a daycare and I had an after-school program where I service children.
So you run
Bronx.
through a lot of different people, and you can tell how people should be acting and reacting to certain things.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I've been in the field for quite a while.
All right. So where do we go from here?
Well, on May 19th, well, this is our 5th year doing the fashion show. So on May 19th at the Bay Plaza Mall, we will be hosting our 5th annual Champs for Autism, I Believe in Me fashion show. It's going to start here in the Bronx and actually end in New Jersey. So we have two places that we're going to go to this year.
Oh, that's great. All
Yeah.
right. So what should people expect?
They should expect to see beautiful children walking down the runway, both with and without disabilities. We have wonderful performances. This year, I'm excited to have the dads speaking, because usually I have the moms, but this year, there are amazing dads that come to everything, the IEPs. They're at all of the meetings for their children on the spectrum.
Yeah.
So we're going to hear their story this year.
Go moms, go dads.
Yes, so I'm excited about that.
All right. Do you have it up anywhere? Is it? Can we go to social media and check it out?
Yes. So if you want more information, you could go to our site, which is www.champsforautism.com. You could also follow us on Instagram at champsforautism, and it's actually Bay Plaza is promoting it as well. You can see us on the billboards when you go to Bay Plaza.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a good thing. We thank you for all you do. Thank you for your service in the Army, in the services, and serving our community. Through helping people to realize or create the awareness about autism. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Give a big round of applause, everybody. Dr. Stephanie L. Aldo Zuniga.
Thank you.
Thank you so
for
much.
having me.
All right. Champs for Autism. Unfortunately, Stephanie, that's all the time we have for today's show. We want to thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking it all out. If you missed any part of the show, you can check it out at 5 and 10 p.m. or watch anytime at BronxNet TV. Just go to BronxNet TV and punch it up. Boom. You can tune in for a new episode with Darren Jaime, or you can just check us all out, Have a safe and enjoyable day. The crew here, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Everybody in the control room, hey, how are you? Helen and the crew up there. Always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. And remember, you didn't put this, remember, oh, you did. Whether you say you can or you can't, guess what? Either way, you're right. I'm the Doc Bob Lee. See you on the radio over 107.5 WBLS. I love you all. Peace.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.